Hello. I'm so glad that I just learned a couple of things that you can do with all these grass clippings we get this time of year. Now this video today, I'm going to show you 3 of them. First 2 you probably know. The third one is my favorite because it keeps me from having to buy stuff at the store, and it does something really super important that I used to have to do all by hand. So here we go. Let's get to it. Did you know that old grass clippings are super rich in nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium? That means that grass clippings make a perfect addition to the old compost heap. Now, if you've got a fancy real compost made out of plastic or whatever you made it out of, that's fantastic. Like I said, I just moved and built this place a year or 2 ago. I'm still working on getting everything set, so I just got a heap. So you add your fresh grass clippings, and in a couple of years, you've either got a pile of soil here for compost, or I've been doing it just underneath the pine tree because the soil is really poor. Just trying to add the grass clippings, and that just slowly mulches in and enriches the soil here a little bit. Let's move on to the next one. You can also use your grass clippings to make a liquid fertilizer. And this is a fertilizer that's much easier to absorb for your plants. And you can actually just pour it over your vegetable garden or your flower gardens. And that's going to give them all the nutrients that they're going to love. So all you do for that is you add in 2 good handfuls of grass clippings. And you're going to fill that up with water just until underneath the... Oh my gosh, that fell off. Well, you get the idea. You would fill that up with water. You're gonna let this sit for about a couple of days to a week. Somewhere that's half in the shade, half in the sun. A little bit of sun helps it decompose. It's a good idea to put a net, or if you've got a piece of screen or something, even just a towel over it, keep the mosquitoes out. And then after about a week, maybe a couple of days less, you can either just strain out the grass or just kind of hold it in and just pour that juice, that nasty grass juice, into your garden or over your flowers, and you got your own liquid fertilizer. My favorite thing to use grass clippings for, and this is where it all started because I was looking for a solution for this, and this is to use it as mulch at the base of the plants that I got. This is the flower bed, to keep the weeds out. Now what this is going to do is this is going to block weeds, which is the first thing I wanted it for. It's going to retain some of the moisture. Don't have to water them quite as often, and it's also going to keep the soil cooler. So I know I wanted to get some, once I got this completely weeded out, I wanted to mulch it. And I was curious, because here in France they say hay it. You put hay down. And I was like, well, I don't have hay, but I've got this. And this is the same grass basically that they're cutting across the street in the cow field. So I looked into if this would work, and everything I could see looks like it's going to work beautifully. Not only is it going to do everything I just said about keeping the weeds out and the rest of it, but it's also going to, as it decomposes, it's going to let all those nutrients into the soil. It's going to enrich the soil. Now apparently you're supposed to let the grass clippings dry out a little bit before you put them on, a couple of days, but I find that to just be an extra step. So what I do is I put it down when I've got a nice hot day like today. I can count on them drying out. I also don't put it down too thick, about 1 inch at a time. If I need more, I can put another inch down after. So here's our little raspberry patch that we did a couple of weeks ago. You can see what that looks like. And this is helping a lot because it's helping keep some of the moisture in the soil, so I don't have to worry about watering it quite so much. And there we go. That is the end of the video. You should go now. Goodbye.